Yeah, glad to have you in the studio, the Acting Director, National Orientation Agency, Mr. Patrick Edogbanya.
Thank you very much.
To set the ball rolling, let us take our background report on the International Day of Peace.
The National Orientation Agency, in collaboration with Mexico, a non-governmental organization, conducted a city-wide awareness campaign in Lokoja, sensitizing residents on the necessity of maintaining peaceful coexistence to mark the International Day of Peace in the country. Representing the Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Dr. Gaba Abari Orie-Sotie Idemudia, Saturday, a director in the ministry, highlighted the significance of the United Nations setting aside the 21st of September each year to celebrate global peaceful coexistence. He emphasized the presence of Kogi State in partnership with Mexico to promote peace in the society.
We want to ensure that there's peace in Nigeria. We want to be sure that there's peace. Everybody pursue peace because we are a peace-loving people. We should not allow ethnicity. We should not allow religion. We should not allow any other thing to divide us.
The Director General took the opportunity to call on politicians to adhere to the rules in their political activities, underlining that democracy meant to foster peace and development should not be transformed into a crisis. He urged religious and traditional leaders to collaborate with NOAA and other relevant organizations to ensure peaceful forthcoming elections in Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa states for the sake of peace.
But where there is no peace, there cannot be development. Nobody will be happy. We will all be running here and there. May that not be our portion. So at this time that Kogi people, they are doing the Kogi State election is just very imminent. We therefore implore the people of Kogi to pursue the path of peace. We call all our stakeholders, the security agencies, the traditional rulers, the religious leaders to join hands with us and ensure that there's peace in the land before, during, and after the elections.
Market women, no fit go market, go sell. Businessmen, no fit do their business. What do you expect? Now the result of distorting the peace of this community be this. Now be this. It will affect you, it will affect me, it will affect everybody.
We say no to violence, no to wahala, to katakata, and any kind of trouble, so that we with ourselves, we will use our hand, move our community, our country, and even the whole world forward.
Thank you very much, the Director, Acting Director General, Director of the National Orientation Agency. You have just watched that background report. What is your response to this?
Thank you very much. Acting State Director of National Orientation Agency, for correction's sake. Thank you. You can see for yourself that we have been able to a large extent work on what we can do as Nigerians, as an agency, working with other partners to continue to preach the message of peace in Kogi State. And more so, that at this point in time in our life in the state, we need peace. And everybody has the responsibility to preach peace. So, to us at the agency, it should be a moment that we should reflect on working for peace.
Okay, for Nigerians, what should be the take-home as far as peace is concerned?
Yes, we just celebrated the World Day of Peace, meaning that peace is sacrosanct to us, that peace is necessary in our life. In fact, without peace, as an individual, you are not comfortable. You are susceptible to sicknesses. You are susceptible to having a life that is not secured. And so even at the individual level, without peace, you have no good health. So if we are talking about peace in Nigeria, we're talking about everybody working towards embracing peace. Nigeria has come of age. I grew up meeting our elders, our parents, talking about peace. This is one particular phenomenon in life that is done in the open without fear. The one that you cannot bring into the open is violence. You can't come into the open and say, everybody come out for violence. There is no day that is set aside for violence. We set aside day for peace. We set aside days for progress. We set aside days working for good health. And the only antidote to living well is peace. Nigeria needs it more. And you know, Kogi is a macrocosm of the nation. So, at this point in time in our life in Kogi State, you know why I'm talking about peace at this point. I'm talking about this point in time. If there is peace in Nigeria as a whole, and we are in Kogi here, and we cannot work for peace, it means we are not together.
So collectively, what can we do to achieve this level of peaceful coexistence?
Thank you. You can see for yourself that going by what Peter Tosh of late said about peace, he said everybody is talking about peace, yet none is talking about justice. And I'm talking about justice, I'm talking about to you, the individual. Do you do justice as an individual? I don't want you to go to the area of government not doing justice or a group of people not doing justice. But I'm talking about you as an individual. Do you do justice? Are you just in your behavior? In your reaction to people? Do you do justice? Do you do what is right at the right time? Do you take another person's own and make it yours? Do you go into telling stories that are not true about people? Because if you talk about this, talk about violence, a lot of things come together to make what we call violence. It is not only when you carry the gun or you bear arms, carry cutlass, that you are violent. Sometimes with your voice, with what you say, it is now the era of fake news, okay? The spread of fake news, people telling lies about the other, people running one person on the other. Those acts are acts of violence. And so if, as an individual, you cannot stay away from some of these negative things that pollute the society, that pollutes the individual, then you are not working for peace. So if you remove all these, then you are for peace. So we must all work hard to ensure that whatever we do is done with a target for peace to reign in our society.
Thank you so much for the input. Your agency is known for mass mobilization, and what has been put in place to sustain even and promote peace in the state?
The agency, as you can see for yourself, is collaborating with various organizations, okay? Non-governmental organizations, and even governmental organizations, agencies, to ensure that peace reigns. Okay? The very one you had reported just now was done recently on the International Day of Peace. And we are not just talking about peace in Nigeria. We are talking about peace in the entire world, and we need it. But today, you can see for yourself that a lot is happening. And something must be done for peace to reign in the entire world. The whole world is made up of countries, international or countries. So if all these countries can maintain peace within their territory, then there will be peace in the world. If the states in Nigeria can maintain peace and listen to us, if only they can listen to us as an agency, then there will be peace. My brother, we are on the road. At the various local government areas, we have community orientation and mobilization officers who are at work, ensuring that everything we do from our directorate at the headquarters is carried along to the state and is already replicated at the local government area. We also have food soldiers the wide brigade members, our officers in the 774 local government areas in Nigeria. And in Kogi, we have 21 local government areas, and we have these community mobilizers in these areas, all working for peace, all working for various programs that the agency is carrying out on continuous basis.
Okay, thank you. If I may cut you, we are on the verge of another election in Kogi State. What's your message as far as peace is concerned?
That takes me back to what I was telling you, that we are happy that the World Day of Peace was celebrated in Kogi State. I know that the organization Mercy Corps brought it to Kogi and said, let Kogi, that is one of the north central states, host it this time around. Let us have the walk on the road, let us have the campaign on the road, and have a stakeholders meeting, a town hall meeting at a point where various stakeholders will come to say one or two things and for us to walk the peace. Of course, you can, from the film, we are trying to walk the peace. It's not just to talk and talk. And walking the peace means bringing everybody together from every side for us to sit together and talk. And that was what happened that day. Apart from the walk, we had that stakeholders meeting where we heard from everybody and where we have resolved that since we have election in Kogi 11/11/2023, we must all work hard to ensure that everybody hold on to his own. The youths are called upon, the traditional rulers, the religious bodies, hold on to your people, talk to them more, all right, so that they will not unleash violence during this very sensitive period, very crucial period of our life in Kogi State. So we are on, it didn't end there, we were on earlier. If you want to know, even the police at the instance of the AIG had a stakeholders meeting where all that are involved, the political party leaders, all these traditional leaders, religious bodies came together. Thereafter, National Orientation Agency had theirs where our DG himself was here on ground, and we had to call stakeholders again to talk about peace. And here we are, we just had one. We will continue to do that. At the local government level, we are on the road, we are in the markets, we are in the religious, the mosque and the churches, doing the same thing until we are done with this election. Apart from the voter education that we do, we have a consistent campaign that runs to ensure that peace reigns during this election that is coming. And we pray that it comes and goes in peace without violence.
Thank you so much. We have been treating the topic International Day of Peace, and you have heard from our discussant, Mr. Patrick Edogbanya, who is the acting director of the National Orientation Agency in Kogi State. I want to say thank you for coming in the program.
Thank you very much. We want to also thank you, Nigerian Television Authority, for being good partners in this, and we look forward to your bringing us on, because of course you have what we call the wider reach. Am I correct?
Thank you very much.
We look up to you to give us the forum to continue to talk to our people. But there must be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace, Kogi State. Let there be peace in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Until next week, when we bring you another interesting topic on Weekend Panorama, I am Ajibola Christopher. Good night.